Welcome to the dungeon. Here we are. Dougal made it. She is here. The rest of them are here. They're all. Did somebody log out? Somebody's in the. Two people are in the wrong spot. And that was me. That was me.
I actually can't hear you though. The music is so loud.
There's no music at all.
Well, there's music.
What? There is
There's
music.
a lot of music. Yeah.
It is very loud.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hit stop.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Let me get some
Wait
cotton
for my
balls for my
ears
ears
to
real
stop
quick.
ringing.
Yeah.
So I might need to do some adjustments with that. That's funny because it was off here. That's funny.
It sure was on in my head.
That's great.
I think I still hear it going on in my head.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got gosh darn it. Yeah. So we I think we got our music issue figured out. There may be some balancing that needs to happen. I think I know how to fix that though. Yeah. We're here. Any more complaints on the volume of the music? Great.
No
Wasn't
music
listening.
yet.
I mean, there's no music right now, so no complaints here.
Balin, welcome, Balin, Dwalin, and all the dwarves of Moria, which is where I've been hanging out this last week. In Return to Moria, finished the linear story, and then they kind of tell you to go survive. So, it was fun. I enjoy the game. I put several hours in it. From watching the second half of the last session, I'd like to point out the fact Bishop survived the first dragon attack because he was round. This took me a lot more than it should have. Thank you for the wonderful image in my imagination. No problem. We do have sad news tonight. Oz will no longer be with us. No, I'm just kidding. That
Rude.
No, we did have an announcement. We did have something we wanted to show tonight. It's not quite done. We got to get some feedback from the group to finish it up. They have seen it, and I'm excited for it. I think they are. It's pretty fun. I think you all will enjoy it once we get it done. I was about to riot. I think Oz was too. No, he'd been like, okay. So yeah, we've got, I just want to say next week, we may be running a little bit late. We've got some stuff going on here. So, we might be a smidge bit late, but we'll have a special surprise for next week as well as we get started. But, we're getting into that Thanksgiving Christmas season. And if you've been with us for a few years, like it's, yeah, your wife's already got Christmas trees up and that's wrong.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, she probably had them up the day after Halloween, didn't she?
I love all the memes where it's just Mariah Carey like beating down the doors right after Halloween. It's so funny because it's so true. I'm like, you go into Walmart and they're already setting up Christmas freaking decorations.
Well, here's the problem. I'm used to them doing Christmas stuff in stores closer to Halloween because I used to work retail. I get that that's what they do. But it's like, it was almost like they just decided that they weren't putting out any Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's the Thanksgiving's not even a holiday. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
According to retail, it's not even a holiday.
Well, I've got my video turkey running in my windows, much like I do my Halloween one. So my turkey's up there running as a decoration. So we still celebrate and say Happy Thanksgiving in this house. You're not taking that away from me, Christmas.
So we only have the one tree up, and it's in Parker's room. I told her I refuse to let any more Christmas stuff out until November, the day after Thanksgiving.
Wait. Banter and Babble says, whoa, it's the best holiday. What holiday? Halloween? Because Halloween's the best. I just actually answered that on a work survey, and they're going to read
the best holiday.
Easter? Now that's a hot take. Now I think Tone, Okay, good.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving's a
Thanksgiving.
great Thanksgiving's a great holiday because it's like the only time of the year I ever eat stuffing is on that day. Like, why is that? I don't know. You could make stuffing year round, but nobody does.
Yeah, nobody does because they're tired of it after Thanksgiving.
Right.
It
Food,
takes about
football,
364 days for you to get the willpower to go and eat it
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And
Dougal
to
says
respond to that banter and babble, I said retail
yeah.
no longer sees Thanksgiving as a holiday.
Yeah. Dougal, UK don't have it because, Thanksgiving's when we left that area and came over here, and we're thankful that someone else showed us how to survive, and then we took all their land and freedoms.
Yeah, I was gonna
Anyways,
say, thanks.
yeah.
Aren't we thankful that all the Native Americans are gone so we can have the land?
Wow.
It's such a crime of what we did. I'll call off the hit. But Fanboy Tone would agree Easter because I think Easter candy is some of his favorite candy. So he'll Pancake Day. There we go. Boxing Day, Pancake Day, all that. I just like holidays where there's food. So like today's a 4-day work week for me. So Tone sucks.
What do you mean? 4-day work week? What are you talking about?
We have Friday off. That's when we observe Veterans Day.
Nobody told me that.
It's
So I've got appointments on Friday.
We'll do it. We'll do it Monday as well. But thank you to the vets. We have vets here in the 7D team, so we'll recognize them next Monday, for sure. When we'll be a little bit late. The Japanese have 2 Valentine's Day. Wow. I observe Veterans Day from work.
I mean, technically we do. We have Sweetest Day and Valentine's Day.
And
they're both Hallmark holidays. So
what is Sweetest Day?
Sweetest Day is a joke.
Well, so is Valentine's Day. But
so this week I'm going to put a poll up in the Discord and we'll go over the results of it. But we did this last year, but we want to do it again. Get a fresh take. What's better, actual cranberry sauce or canberries, where you just open the can and spam like on the plate?
And we go with I'll take neither. Neither
could be an option. Yeah.
Dougal just said that February 14th is where the ladies give the guys the chocolate. March 14th is where the guys return the chocolate.
So many holiday discussions, but the answer is yes. No, canberries are not acceptable, but we'll put that poll up and we'll get some answers. But this week, half-ass beer review, beer of the week. Let's get and this is an Ohio beer. This is from Street Side. Oddly enough, we don't go to Street Side enough because it's like a 45-minute drive to the river of Cincinnati. They're not in the greatest location, but they do make very good beer. This is peanut butter marshmallow Speak of the Devil. Speak of the Devil is their heavy stout line. Like they pour out like motor oil. They're thick. This is probably extremely delicious, as it always is. And the artwork is like there's very few beer companies that can compete with Street Side's artwork. It's fantastic. The image you posted is still burned in my brain. It's true. So that's our beer of the week. Check that review out on YouTube. You can see the link there in the chat. This week we have Banter and Babble. There's going to be, you don't want to miss this week. Not only are we going to have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, some talk about the campaign and some of the stuff that goes on. Obviously,
people are buying it. Oh yeah, people buy it like it's like an iPhone. Like I gotta have it. It's Call of Duty.
I'll take
the commercials are some of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
They're so weird. Yeah.
It's like every time I see them, I'm like, who came up with this? Wow.
And then they're going to be talking about quantum error, which will also have a little forward about the Godzilla game that they played last Wednesday, which if you didn't stick around after the Wednesday stream and watch that game, this came out on PS5 and it looked like a GameCube game. It was awful. It's how this got developed and released. I mean, there's so many. King Kong was like the size of like a regular tree, not like ginormous. It was freaking weird. It was freaking weird. So you'll want to get the hot take on that this Wednesday at 9. And then also Gen V, that show. Mike, have you watched that? Because like that's
I haven't. I mean,
I haven't got to it.
It's on my list. I just haven't watched it. But then again, I'm Loki season 2. I'm on the 4th episode,
Oh, sorry.
and it's taken me forever. I just can't seem to get. I can't seem to get through it. And now the Invincible season 2 is out. I gotta find time to watch that too.
We just started watching. We've been working through Ted Lasso, but Apple Plus just put out the Infield Poltergeist. Dougal may be familiar because she knows where Infield is, or what is it? Infield. I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure. It was a pretty. It's like one of the most well documented poltergeist cases. There's a lot of controversy around it, and they're kind of going to that. But they're playing a lot of original audio, and it's good so far. I'm enjoying it. Dougal, I got 3 dots. I'm saying it wrong, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about, though. Everybody there knows, right? Salt. Put that ghost salt around there. Yeah. It was kind of listening to it. It's interesting. So, that's what I got. Yeah. You guys got anything? What's going on?
I did just finish Spider-Man 2.
Good game?
Very much so. I was definitely pleased with how they did that.
How do you guys play these games and finish them in like days?
With controllers, sometimes with keyboards.
Well,
And because
What about a
tend
mouse?
to play between the hours of 9:30 and 3 in the morning.
Yeah, Mike only sleeps like 2 hours a day, so. I play them in the evening after work. Like I get a couple hours pretty much every evening to play. My kids are older. I mean, they take care of themselves. So
To be honest, Spider-Man 2 technically was only like a 20-hour game.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, fair enough. Like I had one of my friends when the first Spider-Man game came out, it was like 45 hours to unlock everything.
Yeah, I'm running around now. Yeah,
And
I'm
he
running
did
around
it
now.
in 5 days. 45 hours. Everything's unlocked 100% and did it in 5 days. I was like, that's insane.
Banter and Babble says coffee. That helps a lot. I don't know. I will not comment on some of my hours in games like WoW, Ark, The Hunter, because
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3, yeah. I love sending Oz Baldur's Gate 3 Instagram things because he relates to all of them.
Yep. I have been able to cut back.
Yeah, we've been.
I just tried playing Diablo 4 again, and I got about 2 hours in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying
that
it.
franchise. I'm just not enjoying this edition.
I think Banterman, I think Ark is somewhere pushing like 400 or 500 hours plus. I'm enjoying season 4 or this season of Diablo because the leveling is much faster, but that's it. It's Dougal says Five Nights at Freddy's was a good movie if you understand the law behind it. I have never played the game, but I know my nephew does. I hate she came into the movie for him. Saw X was vastly better. Willy's Wonderland, if you haven't watched it, Nick Cage, he doesn't say one line of dialogue the entire movie, and it's great.
That might be the best Nick Cage movie ever then.
Right.
Nick Cage.
Destiny 2, 1,000+ hours. I believe it. I believe you do, man. Wow, I don't even want to know. I've added it up before. It's insane. Willy's is epic. Willy's is a lot of fun.
Like I said, I just finished watching the Flash movie, and I was telling Dresden, I'm like, this movie was such a large turd. I couldn't believe that they made such a big deal out of it. Like, I love seeing Michael Keaton as Batman again, but I was like, I was expecting a lot more from this movie, and it took me this long to watch it, and I was like, so disappointed. And
I
of
don't
course,
like
Nick Cage
Ezra
is
Miller.
complaining. Nick Cage is complaining that his cameo wasn't what it was supposed to be.
And about Saw X, people walking out to the gore, we heard that about Terrifier too, and some of that I think is marketing.
I just rewatched all the Saws.
All right, but we do have to play some D&D tonight, so I know everybody's.
We'll have our own D&D style of Saw. Just wait a few minutes.
Yeah, right. But we've got some special stuff coming up. Hopefully we'll have that next week. Justinian's got some stuff coming up too, so that's going to be fun. We don't have a timeline for that. Marslin's going to go hiking somewhere and be gone for the next 4 weeks, but
3.
You're prepared. All right. You are not prepared. But here we go.
You are.
I love that new intro so much. Here we are. Let's get some music, guys. You tell me how loud it is, because we've got 2 different volume levels here.
Just the sound of wind blowing through a cave entrance. Did we ever decide whether we were taking the long rest?
I thought we had decided that we were gonna just go for it. Like we were gonna go ahead and go up and grab the hawkweed, come back, and then take the short rest while we waited on your uncle's ship.
Okay. How bad is that?
It's good.
That's good. Yeah, it's good volume.
Okay. Good. Last week, the party went to and landed their ship in the mountains of Sardin's Pass. During a blizzard, the ship got stuck, but the party investigated to find the hawkweed, one of the last few components that they need to complete the cure, they hope. Going down into a valley, 2 red dragons approach them to make a delicious snack, and making a delicious snack of one of the frost reavers. The party runs into a cave, climbs high on the inside of the mountain, and scouts and finds the exit. That's where we're going to begin tonight. What's the setup here? You guys were walking out into the snow, so what were you doing?
We're climbing. Last I checked, we were climbing up to get the hawkweed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's right there. So as you come out of the mouth of the cave, it's kind of a small plateau that runs around. So there's not much climbing to do per se.
Justinian and I are still keeping an eye out, right?
Yes, we're going to be keeping our eyes in the skies for either the airship or the dragons to come back.
Okay. Who's collecting?
Or Brum and Karth, apparently.
Oh, I'm collecting.
And Bishop's collecting.
Okay. So, Oz, what are you doing?
I am staring at the mouth of the cave that we just exited.
Okay. So as you go around, there's kind of a large outcropping overhang that's kind of blocking the snow. So you see these piles of rocks, and jutting up between the stones, you see these large things of this hawkweed just kind of spreading out all over the place. So start collecting. I need you that are collecting to roll a D100.
That's a 96.
Okay.
Can I add 5 to that and make it 101?
92.
Wow!
Oh shit! Let's go!
All right. So you both start collecting. You get a total of 96 and 92 respectively. As you start pulling these up from the rocks, the rest of you, you're looking around, waiting for Colton to get there. When both of you, since you both have high wisdom, you hear like a cracking sound, like stones cracking near you.
I look to investigate.
Well, you wouldn't. I would say you didn't hear it because you wouldn't be close enough. At least that's what I'm envisioning, is that you're kind of out a bit from them.
Okay. So you're talking about the 3 that are collecting.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I think we just have
Okay.
2 collecting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 2.
Okay. Yeah. Just you 2. Yep, sorry.
We hear so we hear this noise.
Yes.
All right. I will investigate the sound.
Okay. You kind of tip down and listen more, and you hear more cracking. And then from below, you hear from the rocks. Looking down, you see a small as in a foot or 2, bird-like creature. Its head begins pushing out of what looked like one of the rocks, and it's kind of snapping, looking around, its eyes glazed over, and it starts screeching. Gwenton, then one near you hear screeching as well, and off in the distance you hear, and those of you watching out, you just see this shadow in the distance, its wings spread wide, flapping toward you furiously. What would you like to do?
I can put on the baby. Can I have a pet?
If that's what you want to do.
I suggest we make our way back into the tunnel.
I would agree with that, Bishop. I'm gonna jump off and holler at everyone to get back in the cave.
Okay. It continues to fly closer and closer. And as you're going into the cave, it swoops forward. You feel the wind blowing at you from its wings as it passes through, and you hear it just fly past the outcropping you were just at, and about that time you hear as the Colton ship comes around the edge and pulls up to the side, and you see one of the Frost Reavers. We're here!
Did they just shoot the one that was near us?
No.
Oh, sorry. When you said you heard a thump, I thought it crashed into the rock or something.
No,
it was
no.
a bird. It was a bird strike on the airship.
Well, it looks like our ride's here. Just in time too. But we all get on it quickly.
You take off running and jump onto the ship before you see one of the Frost Reavers turn back. Holy shit. And you can hear again the flapping sound as the giant rock comes flying toward you, swooping at Colton's ship. You all fall on the deck of the ship as it lurches away and begins pulling away from the mountain. I need you all to roll initiative.
Hmm.
Hold on.
Ow. That one.
Wow. Wow, everybody rolled so bad.
Oh my god.
I get to do it at advantage. Meh.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's even worse. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
What are you guys
Rolled a
doing?
6 and a
I just,
3.
The guy-
I just rolled a 6 and a 3 and with advantage on initiative.
The guy with the slop bucket on this airship gets to go before we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So the ship has taken off and is flying away as fast as it can. But this giant bird-like creature is definitely coming in, and it goes first.
There.
Yeah. Its total initiative is like 3 of your guys put together. That was just rolls. Let's see here. All right. It is going to make an attack against the ship. All right. It passes through once with its claws out, scraping against the deck, but misses all of you, and it flies back and comes at the side for a second attack. It definitely hits, damaging the ship. You can hear its claws tearing into the deck. The wood splintering up as it flies out from there.
Marsland, do you still have mending?
I don't care
Quentin.
about this
Yeah.
Well, you're pretty far up in the air. You should care a little bit. You know?
How far is it? Like, basically, I should just wait until it gets closer and hold a spell for it or something.
You can do that. Yeah, I would say it's. Let me see.
I'll just hold
Yeah.
the dead.
Okay.
Goes a little closer and cast it.
Okay. So you step up on the deck and are holding that. Marsland, you are up.
How big did you say this ship is again?
I mean, it's
Not big
decent.
enough.
Like,
It's-
how long?
1 second.
This brief interlude is brought to you by 7D Dungeons Swag. Don't forget to visit our merchandise store and buy our stuff.
Excellent. Thank you, Oz. Keep going.
We need more filler. Now, I've got ordered. It's the Stephen Nadani's apron. I surely recommend to do that because I'm going to have my wife wearing that and nothing else. It will be a Stephen Nadani's.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Oh, she's right behind me.
Okay. Wow.
That took a turn.
Now they're
Yeah.
distracted.
It looks like there's no real clear on here. I'll look it up, but
This matters.
probably 50 yards or so.
Fireballs.
So
50
So it-
yards?
half a
Yeah.
football field?
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
That's
A
tiny.
football field and a half?
No.
A football field's 100 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard 150. Wow, I'm oh,
It's 50, right?
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
That's still
yeah.
that's pretty big.
Oh.
Eh.
It's a big
I
ship.
saw this on the boat drive.
That's a mega yacht. Okay.
Yeah, it says
Um,
100 cubic yards according to Forgotten Realms for
Yeah.
Spelljammers.
Yeah, I'm looking, but yeah, they're
Yeah.
more concerned about total cubic feet, which is
Yeah.
300 cubic feet.
Yeah.
How
They're-
far away is this thing?
They're big. Right now, I would say it's probably about 100 feet out.
Okay. I'm going to hold an attack action if it gets within striking distance of the ship.
An attack action or a spell?
A spell?
Well, attack action is with melee weapon. A spell is a spell. Matters.
Are we gonna get more of Jim's magic missile?
Semantics. A spell.
Okay. All right. Which spell are you holding?
Witch bolt?
Okay. All right. All right. So Marsland kind of sets on the deck, and you see him going. Justinian, you are up.
You're muted.
You said it's 100 feet out?
Yep.
All right. D100 to see if I can cast.
If it's within range and it's a verbal spell, yep.
Okay. It's 120 feet for Eldritch Blast, so.
Yep. It's got some distance on it.
Uh, 75 to be able to cast.
You're good. You're good.
All right. $19 to hit with the first bolt.
That does hit.
Okay, second bolt is a 17.
That hits as well.
All right. 14 damage for the first bolt.
Okay.
And 11 damage for the second bolt.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. You see Justinian kind of swirl his hands around and holding his breath and toss out an Eldritch Blast and slams into it. You see some feathers poof into the distance as it turns around and it's starting to come back. Bishop.
Okay.
Power
I
down.
Yeah, I can't do anything. So I will be going below deck with the hawkweed I've collected.
Okay. Just boom, 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 boom.
Nothing I can
Not
do.
my problem.
All right, Oz, you are up.
Okay. I am going to head below deck.
Okay.
And I'm going to go and I'm going to man one of the cannons.
Okay.
Takes you 7 turns to get to a cannon.
No. Oz, since you are familiar with the ship and you have done this before, you get advantage with the cannons. So,
Okay. What do we got for what is it? D20?
yep.
Just straight D20.
Yeah, I'll add a modifier onto it.
Okay.
Well, whatever
All right,
your
I
attack
guess.
modifier is, just use that.
Oh, that'll work. That's
that definitely
a
hits. Yeah.
yeah, 26 to hit.
Okay.
There.
So you load the cannon up. You see this. It almost looks like an Eldritch Blast. It's just this energy ball starts swirling around. You see just feathers. Roll 3d10.
Got it.
And add 100.
Okay. On its way, 18 damage. Or 18
Out of 3d10.
out of 3d10. I mean, that's
All
over half. I mean, that's good.
All right. You see some of the crew members. They're coming down. They're running down to the cannons. They will have. They will be able to fire next turn. The creature's coming in. It's coming in for a swoop. Gwynton, you're first. Is that a somatic spell or verbal spell?
It is. So
Give me a
D100.
D100.
I think it's a 56.
Okay, you're good.
I can make a wisdom saving throw.
You bet. 11.
Fail. You take 2 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah! Holy
Wait.
cow.
Wait, hang on. It was already hurt, so let me roll 2d4 because it's supposed to be 2d12.
Okay. You rolled 2d8 and got natural ones on both of them. That is...
I still got natural ones.
Holy...
Wow. What is happening?
Something really wants us to die.
Okay,
That's a
hold
lot
on.
of low rolls for.
I'm just
digits.
screenshotting this because this has to go into Discord and social
Things
media
rigged.
because that's... This is real, folks. He rolls terrible.
You know the conversation earlier about the dice being against me?
Yeah. All right. Also, Marslin, that triggers yours, so roll the D100, Marslin.
49.
All right, you're good. Make your attack.
Oh gosh, what just happened? Okay. This is an 11 hit.
It does not.
No, are you sure? It's above a 10.
11 and a half hits.
I'm positive that even an 11.5 didn't hit. All right. The rock passes by again. Its claws come out. I need... Let's see... Bishop and Oz, you're not on the deck, so I need Justinian, Marzen, and Gwynton. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws to move out of the way.
14.
I moved below deck before this happened.
All right, Marzen and Justinian, as it swoops by, you both try to jump out of the way, and you fall down, so you both are prone. And it's going to make its second pass. That is a natural 1. So,
Beak first into the side of the ship.
well, that's exactly. It turns, and when it does, it slams into the ship just head first. Just it takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and it's just kind of there. It's right by the ship, and it's there. Gwynton, you are up. I would say it's probably 20 feet from you.
Yeah, I'll just do Toll the Dead again.
Okay, roll that
With,
D100.
Yep, D100. 20.
That saves.
Let's see how many D12s. Right, two D12 when they're damaged, right?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yep. So roll. Three.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's so here in the Seven Dungeons world, we see some strange things. At our in-person, I proved I only roll 7s. I have witnesses.
Lucky sevens.
I even called it one time. Like, Marslin rolled several times in the dice roller, and I said, watch, this one will be a 7. I dropped it in there, it was a 7. I can't explain what happens with our dice. Yeah, it was...
I'm not even mad. I'm just going to roll all load, and it's okay. I got like 96
But there's no reason why digital dice should be rolling that constantly. No reason.
It goes in spurts. I mean, look at Justinian. Just a couple of sessions, like it was max, and some natural 20s. So like it spurts it. I get what you're saying, but are you staying on the ground?
Was I prone?
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Oh, you
No,
were
he
not.
wasn't.
Sorry. My bad. Marslin, you are up.
It's just movement to stand up, right? Not action.
Yep. It's half your movement. Yep.
Yeah. No, I can always read that. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and then I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast minute meteors. Roll with my hands, and 6 meteors are gonna start orbiting in a cloud around me. And as soon as I cast that, I'm gonna.
Is there verbal components to that?
Oh yes, I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
14.
You begin to cast and you start coughing violently. It still uses a spell
Well, that's
slot.
appropriate since I started.
I thought you rolled and saw your number, and that's why you were coughing.
Totally. That's.
See, it's channeling what really happened. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're coughing. I really wanted to see what you were doing with that too, so that's unfortunate.
Sad.
Justinian.
Muted.
All right. Do I need to roll for each spell cast in a turn, or do I just roll for the turn one?
Just the one for the spell. So if it's Eldritch Blast, you get 2 attacks, but it's just one roll.
Okay, but I also am.
If you were
gonna
doing
cast
Hex,
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's one for each. Yep.
Okay, so bonus action to hex the creature.
Okay, as long as it has a verbal component. If it's just
It does.
drawing a pentagram with your finger, that's different.
26.
You're good.
All right, so wisdom saving throws will be what it has disadvantage against.
Okay.
And then my Eldritch Blast. 86.
You're good.
Oh no! It went from a nat 20 to a 2. 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, second beam. That's a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
So it will take 12 force damage
Okay.
and six necrotic.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
Oh, stand up.
Okay.
That's
So
my
you
movement.
stand up, hold yourself in, and cast out, and you see this this aura just kind of emanate from the rock, just before firing 2 Eldritch Blast, hitting into it, feathers flying. Bishop, you're going down the stairs.
Yep.
Oz.
I'm gonna shout to all those that can hear. And can I see Bishop there?
I would say no, because he's just going into the.
Because I thought he went below deck. I don't know.
He
if
did,
I
but
saw
he-
I went to the my quarters.
Oh, okay. Well, the heck with you then. All right. I'm gonna shout out. It's just protecting its nest, and I'm gonna take another shot.
Okay.
All right, so that's at advantage. Boom, boom. 17 hit.
It does, but wow.
Yeah, it's pretty low. Okay, and do. 8 points of damage.
Out the end of the cannon, it just goes. It fires.
It's
it
been
connects.
a while since I've met this thing.
Okay, one of the crew. They hit. Second one does not hit. Third one does not hit. It's one hit for 18. All right. It's creature's turn. It starts flying again and kind of flies around, turns. Talons are coming into the deck again. That hits. Second attack. Hits. All right. As it slams into the deck, I mean, the wood and things are bursting up. I need all you that are on the deck to make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
All right.
Nat 20 on my dexterity saving throw. All right.
Marslin and Justinian, you grab hold of like the mast and the side, and as the ship just rocks and it's rocking back and forth, Gwenton, you fall flat and you fall over one of the claw marks, and you're starting to like fall down to the next deck as you're just kind of balancing there between these marks. The ship's looking pretty rough as the rock begins to fly away. Gwenton, you are up.
We might need to fix the ship a bit. It's flying away, like I'll stand up and I'll prep a pull that it comes back around.
Okay. Marslin?
Okay.
I say it's within 60 feet.
I'm going to try again. Before I say anything. 31.
You're good?
Cool. Okay. Now you're gonna see a cloud of 6 meteors as I wave my hand start to form and swirl around, orbiting my body. And shortly after they appear, I'm gonna launch 2 off in the direction of the creature.
Okay. It's just a fancier magic missile.
A little bigger
And
blast radius.
I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving, sorry. 23.
Okay, they both go zooming right by it.
Okay. As the rock flies out, just 2 meteors, and they just kind of arc outward. Justinian, you're up.
I am going to hold Eldritch Blast in case it spins back around at us.
Okay.
Yep.
Bishop, you get to the room and you walk inside. You're carrying like these massive bundles of hawkweed. Like it's like a bale of hay. Almost. You're just carrying them in.
Yep. Place them down in the corner where we were doing our work, and
so you put them in my room?
we were sharing it, so yeah.
Oh, we were sharing a room?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or I walked into the room with you because you were making that stuff, so I just never really left.
That's true.
Okay. Oz, you're up.
The rock is flying away. DM.
It is.
Okay, so I'm going to take aim but hold my action in case he turns around.
Okay. All right.
Hold! It's running away.
Give me a persuasion check. Yeah,
11.
they don't care. They're gonna fire. First one. That would hit. Second one. Does not. Third one. Does not. As you say, hold! You just hear one of the guys as it fires out. Looking out, you see feathers fly, and you can see the wings just kind of flapping and awkwardly as it continues to fly away. And as the ship pulls away, you see it just continue off in the distance back toward the mountain where it came from. The ship kind of sputters and turns a bit, but it's in bad shape. It definitely took some damage, but it seems like for now you are safe.
I'm gonna send my remaining 4 meteors just zipping off after it.
Just doof, doof, doof. In the distance, you hear a Wilhelm scream. Some random guy climbing a mountain.
Curse you.
But Colton comes out of the main chambers and kind of brushes himself off. Well, that was exciting.
Yeah, the last thing I expected was a rock bird, but do you have a way to fix your ship while it's on the move?
Not so much. Mending will only go so far. I'm not sure how familiar you are with these ships, but they are completely infused with the magical abilities that allow them to do what they do.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this type of ship at all. Not gonna lie about that one. You think we'll make it to Governor's Den?
We should. With any luck.
Well, if you can turn it that way, that's the next location we need to go. And you can dock in and make repairs there.
Are we likely to encounter anything that might want to take the ship down in that journey?
I have to say, I've been flying my ship for quite some time, and I can't say I've had that happen before. I'm glad we were prepared, and it seems that most of you, save your servant, seem to be prepared for this assault.
Well, I, for one, feel like I didn't do anything to except tickle it a little bit.
Every feather matters in those situations.
Oh, we're alive, and that's what matters right now. It seems that we were able to gather quite a bit of hawkweed, if I could gauge what Bishop brought below deck.
You could have gotten more if you're helping us, Oz. And Marslin and Justinian. We need all we can get right now.
We made the plan that Marslin and I were going to look out in case the dragons came back.
Yes, that's an excellent idea, Quentin. Let's just turn our back on the 2 red dragons that were just crawling up our rear end and then go gather more plants. That's an excellent idea.
Oh, it would have worked out even better. Could have had more. I mean, we weren't attacked by dragons. It was just rocks. Flying rocks, but rocks.
Yes.
But if you excuse me, I'm going to make some more tonics, and I'll head down to the room.
Governor's Den, you say? Is that the next destination?
It's close enough to the next destination.
Where is Governor's Den?
What, northwest of here-ish?
How
many days will it take to get there with this?
Hold on.
AFK for a second.
Huh? Governor's Den should take about 2 days from here. If
Excellent.
that's okay. It's longer by sea if you wish.
I know how long it is by sea. This is fine. I don't want to push this thing too fast. I don't want it to fall apart on us now. As I stare down at the hole between the decks.
Well, yes, I'll have my men do what they can.
By the way, I am sorry for your loss of one of your men out there with us.
What?
Jareth didn't make it.
More recruiting. It seems like I'll be recruiting forever at this rate. It's hard to find good help, but it seems you still remember how to man the cannons, Ozadolf.
It's been a while, but it's just like riding a bicycle.
Yes. I guess. What is a bicycle? I guess in your travels you've run into various things that I'm not aware of, but...
It's just like riding a horse.
Well, easy enough then.
Yes. Well, I see we've got a few days' travel ahead of us, and that is not good for our welfare, but it is what it is. Well, who's above deck still? Just Justinian?
I'm still up there.
And
Marsland?
Marsland.
Everyone but
went down.
Bishop.
No, I went down.
Oh,
No,
I started
Quinta went
walking down.
Yeah, Quinta went down. Well, I guess that's that. And we're off to find the last herb. Cinderbloom, right? Marsland?
Yes.
Yes, it
Cinderbloom.
is. I believe.
If I look in my book, that is what we are after.
Yes.
Is the Cinderbloom in the desert?
It's somewhere very, very, very warm.
Part of the sword's in the desert.
I believe it comes from some ruins that are maybe north of the desert. I haven't seen a very complete map of this area yet.
As much luck as I've had with you guys, maybe we'll find a piece of the sword there. Where the Cinderbloom's growing.
Yes, I'm sure you will find what you are seeking once we're done gathering the herbs.
So
Well.
Marsland, that was... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I will retire. If I'm needed, I'll be in my quarters, picking up books.
Uncle,
Yes.
thank you for saving us back there.
A necessary action. We have a deal to uphold, after all.
Yes. Good evening.
What kind of books?
All sorts of books, lad. From mainly elvish texts and things from my journeys over the years.
If you wouldn't mind, I would like some reading material last night if you could spare a couple. It is going to be a couple days' journey.
Yes, I've got the perfect one for you.
I need to speak with Quentin, and I'm very confused. I'm looking at this map, and I'm wondering why we're even bothering with going to Governor's Den. I'll start heading down to Quentin.
Okay. Yes, one moment, and Colson walks into his chambers, and he comes out with a pretty sizable book, and he hands it over to you, and it's called the History of Brawl, Bral.
We're gonna brawl.
Okay. Would I know what brawl is?
No.
You haven't read the book yet.
Is
But I'm
brawl?
gonna send you something that that I believe Marsland will find
Oh,
extremely interesting.
oh, oh, fascinating! What is this?
The head of a Dalkin.
It's more book porn.
Now,
Oh my gosh, I have to like actually read here.
now, Oz, you know what Brawl is, and I'll send it to you as well. But he hasn't said it out loud, so.
Okay.
All right. Well, I must
Oh.
retire. Yes.
Do you happen to have any records of any of your current or former crew members writing about what it's like to be a Frost Reaver?
You know, personally, no. You can check out the quarters of the unfortunate soul that was lost.
I'm curious as to what being a Frost Reaver entails, and I'd like to hear about it from somebody other than the captain, of course.
Oh, but who better to talk about it than the one who created it?
But you and Oz have such opposing views, I'd like to hear it from a third party.
You're more than welcome to talk to any of the crew members.
Well, thank you, and have a good night.
Not a problem.
I'm
And he-
going to... Oh, yeah.
He nods, and he walks back to his chambers.
Well, let's see. Oz is off sulking somewhere. Marsland's going to be nose deep in a book.
This should take about an hour or so.
I'm talking to Quentin, you antlered fool.
Quentin and Bishop are currently brewing potions that will hopefully keep us alive. I'm going to go try to find the crew member that we were gallivanting around with.
Okay, yeah, they're around. They're working on the deck, trying to patch some of the things.
So I'm curious, how does one become a Frost Reaver? And what is life like for a Frost Reaver?
Well, life, it's adventure, it's opportunity, it's women, it's men, it's riches. The life of a Frost Reaver is exciting, adventures. That's what I would say.
And you still feel free under your captain?
Absolutely. He's quite generous. We eat well. We perform tasks as needed. And we get to see the stars and the seas and the deepest areas of the land. What is there not to like? Sure, there's tasks like patching the ship after a rock attack, but that is minor compared to the benefits.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Could I interest you in joining? Does that sound like something that would pique you?
I don't know yet, and I've still got a while left on the ship, but I could be interested.
That's great news to hear. We have an opening recently, as you saw.
Quentin's reaction was the best thing ever.
Too bad I wasn't up there, but.
Well, maybe tomorrow Colton and I can talk more about it. Thank you for your time.
Have a good evening. Rest well. Bishop, as you're down dropping off the hawkweed, Gwynton comes in.
I take it everything went well.
Yeah, eventually the rock bird thing decided to leave. However, not after doing a decent chunk of damage to the ship, to the point where it's going to have to dock in Governor's Dens for more permanent repairs.
Ah, I see. It is unfortunate I couldn't do more to help the situation.
I mean, in all reality, you're kind of a hands-on type of robot thing, so I get why you couldn't help. But let's make up some more tonics real quick. I'm gonna make 5 more tonics.
Okay.
I have them noted.
I'm gonna say, make sure you're keeping track of what you're using and how many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
and
remember
what day they're on?
Like, that's what I don't remember about the last set I made. Was it on day 3 I started making them?
Yes,
I
day
think so.
3. Yep.
Okay.
Because we picked up the ingredients on day 2.
Yeah, and then got more ingredients.
Yep.
So okay.
Yep.
I want to start picking this. Hang on, I'll give me a note.
Okay. Oz, what are you doing?
I'm looking for Gwynton.
Okay. So you come into the room, you see Bishop and Gwynton putting things together.
Yep. I'm going to hold up the map and put it on the wall. Say, Gwynton.
Yes, Oz.
I am no navigator, but I am curious. From my understanding, limited as it may be, Tennis Semprum is where we need to go.
It is indeed where we need to go.
Why are we not going to Tennis Semprum? Why are we going to Governor's Den?
Because it's kind of off limits.
We're in a flying ship.
We're in a flying ship that was just attacked and needs to be repaired now. The best place to repair it is going to be in Governor's Den. And while it's being repaired, will give me a chance to go talk to my parents. And then try to find some people to help us get into Tanis. Because we've always been told, if you go in there, you don't come back. And if you get caught, it's immediate banishment from Governor's Den.
Oh, I don't know about you, Gwynton, but I don't have much time to be worrying about finding a way into there. We're in a flying ship.
If you want to go talk to Frost to see if this flying ship will make it there.
Your family is important to you.
Hugh was important to you. Do you not think it wise to inform his parents that he has perished?
Yes.
And maybe the importance of breaking Governor Den's law?
I'm more worried about dying, Bishop.
Question to the DM. Do I know how many days it'll take to get from Governor's Den to Tanis?
You don't know directly how many it would take to get to Tanis itself.
On foot.
On foot.
And some hay.
Because you've never been there. And I would say you've never been to the gate, but you know it's quite a distance from Governor's Den. Because of what you know about the gate and Tanis.
Yeah. And location wise.
Yeah.
Well, Oz, we're in a situation where we can try getting the ship repaired as we try to get into Tanis and have them meet us there like they did over in Sardin's Pass. Or we hang around Governor's Den for them to fix the ship to then go to Tanis. Which one feels like less waste of time to you?
We're going to die. But at least I'm with you guys.
We will not die as quickly as you see. You said we had about 5 weeks left. 4 weeks left now, almost at this point in time.
Quentin, I feel like the west end of an eastbound horse right now. I
That sounds like a personal issue.
I don't think rest is going to help me at all. We will do what needs to be done. I've done all I can, I guess. Suppose. Do you need me for anything?
If we are that concerned, why not have the ship drop us off and then go to Governor's Den for repairs? They can meet us at the gate.
I'd recommend they're going to meet us anywhere. The gate's probably a worse option as it's going to be guarded. I imagine it's guarded, right?
You have no idea.
No stories of that.
The only thing you've ever heard is anyone that's headed towards Tanis
Everyone dies.
Never come back.
It's actually a dwarf sanctuary. It's prosperous.
So am I to understand from this map that is a giant mountain?
No.
the mountain range between the Brimstone Desert?
That's a plateau. It
is a plateau. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not confusing it. It's that is Gwynton, that is a city on a plateau and not embedded in a mountain, correct?
Correct.
I wouldn't know. I've never been there. I've only ever had heard.
The map says it's a plateau, from what you can tell.
We are going to die.
The creator of the map has whispered in your ear, it's a plateau, and
the gods are talking to us. It's up on a high plateau. Everyone can see us. They'll see a ship going there then.
Blasted bird. You could have so easily just circled around and then found what we were looking for.
Oh, don't not believe me. That was a thought that crossed my mind.
Fine.
Unfortunately, as things change, plans need to change as well.
I agree. Well, okay. Do you need any assistance in here?
I think for now, we are good.
Fine.
I think it's time everyone get some rest. So I know I'm pretty exhausted from the trying to survive the dragons and keeping people healed.
It is getting toward evening.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm very tired, Quentin. I was nearly eaten by a dragon and then a giant bird.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I've never seen anything like that before.
Oh, it's like Nas.
I mean, I've been traveling around with my uncle for many years, and even he has said that that has never happened. It's because, I believe, we have upset their nest, and they were just very protective of the nest.
I mean, mothers are protective. Could have been worse.
We could be dead.
But
that's coming.
Sooner.
Yes.
Now instead of later.
Yes, but that's coming. We've already got that coming our way soon. Well, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired of thinking about this.
That's not a bad idea. Talk to you tomorrow, Oz.
I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Bye, Bishop. I'll see you probably see you first in the morning.
More than likely.
I'll leave the room.
All right. So you're going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Marsland, you just nose in a book?
Nose in the book.
Till bedtime? Okay. Justinian?
I am going to, as I'm getting ready to take my rest for bed, I'm going to set the hilt on my chest, and I'm going to meditate to try to reconnect with Ferondis.
Okay. What are you looking to accomplish with Ferondis? Just a conversation, or
to see if he can point me in the direction of the blade piece that is in the desert, since I know we're heading to Governor's Den and possibly going through part of the desert, and B, to ask him about Azrock, the dragon, the gold dragon.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'll get back to you. Quentin, you're just making potions and going to bed. Bishop,
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm assisting. And when he goes down, I will power down for the 6 hours or whatever.
Okay. So Justinian, you sit on your bunk and reach out. After a few moments, you feel a breeze across your face. You hear, it sounds like a vine growing, and you kind of look down and you can see this, from the wood of the bed that you're in, this vine has sprouted out and has kind of curled up, and a few leaves sprout out. In the corner of the room, in the shadows, you see the image of Ferondis standing there.
You seek to speak to me.
Yes, Azrock the Ancient told me where to find at least 2 pieces of the blade, and I believe we're getting ready to near one in the desert. And I didn't know if you would be able to give me a sign when we get close to it.
Azrock the Eternal has been here for quite some time. He's wise beyond his years. If he says the peace is in the desert, that is where you must go. As to the location, if I knew that, I would forge the blade myself. But know this, follower. Just as I impart my power, I impart this knowledge on you. Whatever has, guards this peace, it isn't just buried in the sand. You may run into difficulties in acquiring it.
I guess my only other question then is how, once I find the pieces, how do I get the blade reforged? Is there a certain type of smith that I need to find?
Long ago, the elven smiths were quite skilled with forging blades. Blades of power such as the birchwood blade. Refit on their forges and retempered by breath of dragons should reunite the blade and make it whole once again.
Thank you, and I renew my vow to protect this blade and repair it at any price.
Stay safe, my gentle flower in the woods.
And with that, he kind of fades back against the inside of the room, and the vine, which had come out, kind of retracts and curls around, and then it just slowly falls across your lap. And the room grows quiet.
Please tell me one of his antlers just kind of like start budding.
All right. Well, with that, I believe I will drift off to sleep.
Okay. You all rest. The sleep is peaceful. You feel the ship shake from time to time. It's not in the greatest of conditions. Morning comes. Bishop, what will you do first?
I will make sure that everything that we did the previous night is going off without a hitch.
Okay.
And if that's the case, I will make my way up to the deck.
Okay.
And just watch where we're headed.
All right. While you're getting those things ready, Oz, you're awakened. Where are you going? Great.
Going to go above deck.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stare off at the night sky, really.
As the sun rises, yeah, in the far distance, you can feel a bit of warmth in the cool air. The air here is really cold, being up in the air and such, and being towards winter. You hear footsteps across the deck, coming closer to you.
Is that you, Grizz?
Yggdrasil. Yes, brother. He walks, and he walks up beside you. Another beautiful morning.
It is. I do enjoy staring at the sunrise, especially on an open field with no path before me except the one that I tread, Riz.
You turn and look at him, and you can see he's got bruises all over his face, and he's kind of favoring one side as he stands beside you with a hand on the rail.
More training.
Without pain, there's no perfection. You know this.
I do. That's why I left, Grizz.
Tell me, brother, what pain have you experienced?
The loss of a friend, for one. I knew him quite well, and I had to watch him slowly rot from this plague that's affecting these isles, and then eventually die. All while keeping in good spirits. You'll get to experience it soon from the brother you see before you now.
And do you use this pain as you are taught?
No, I don't. I can't control it, Grizz. That's
why control it? He sets his hand on your shoulder. Let it go. Feel the full rage.
There must be a way to control it and still let it go in the fashion that you say. There's too much at risk if I just let it go. I could hurt friends. I could hurt those in the battlefield fighting with me. You saw what I did to Uncle.
I did. And I was never so proud of you as that moment. Now he says you're holding back. Why?
Because I was ashamed. I held back for so long. And then when I saw him beating you, I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted him to stop permanently.
So instead you ran.
I did. Because after I thought I had finished him for good, he laughed. And you laughed with him.
Azadolf, you know, I took that pain. I took it seriously. You were hurt. Uncle was hurt. Sometimes you must laugh off the pain. Turn it inside. You know that. Why did you run from me in Kandor's Keep? Why did you hide?
I'll point at the sunrise again. That is why. I want my freedom.
By now, if you would have stayed, Uncle would have put you in charge of your own spelljammer. You know that. You were always the better student.
I don't care about manning a spelljammer.
But your freedom, you could go anywhere.
At his behest.
You would have your freedom. You could go to Brawl again. You know, you remember the times we had there. The fun.
They were indeed fun. But that all came at a cost.
But without pain, how do you have perfection?
Pain for pain's sake does not bring perfection, Grizz. It just brings more pain.
He turns from you, and you both kind of stare out at the sunrise as it's slowly rising over the ocean.
Do you have
Will
a
we-
question? Do you have a question why we ended up with him?
We were so young. I don't remember. Do you remember your mother or father?
No. Just like you, I don't remember them. Wish I did. I wonder what would have transpired if we were not sitting at Uncle's doorstep, but instead with our mother and father.
We may never know.
Do you think Uncle knows? He's always been mute on the subject.
He always knows more than he leads on. He's always 2 steps ahead of us.
Always. I was surprised I was able to run for as long as I could. He seemed to always be there towards the end before I finally walked up to him. But he was there, always.
He knew. He knew where to find you. Just like when he saw you in Smyrna.
Yeah, well, despite my best efforts, he always was my better. 2 steps ahead, right?
Always.
Well, now he's got me. And I will be his. And we will fight for him. Do his bidding.
I just hope your friends don't try to do anything stupid.
I've already talked with them. They know the consequence of my decision. And they know that any kind of retaliation for me to violate my pact with Uncle would result in all of our deaths. But first theirs. They're aware.
Azadolf, I can't wait to be brothers again.
We're still brothers, Grizz. What do you mean?
We
may disagree, but we're still brothers. Right?
He squeezes your shoulder and just kind of purses his lips and looks over, and you see him make a face, and he straightens up a bit as you hear the heavy steps of Bishop walking up on the deck. Well, it seems your plaything has arrived, so Azadolf, I must be going.
Grizz, this is my friend. Its name is Bishop.
I can't believe you name them. And he turns, gives you a small wink, and leaves.
into Colton's chambers. Bishop, you see Oz standing there. You heard the comments.
Sorry, Bishop. Sometimes they are unforgiving with their insults.
It is as I said. Some of these people do not understand how their ego will be their downfall.
They just don't know you, Bishop. They just see you as whatever they've known of you. Don't see you as a living being.
I could say the same of you. These Frost Reavers are nothing more than tools to get them what they want, more power. They do not care if you live or die. You are fodder. A stepping stone. I have yet to see any bereavement for their fallen comrade.
It's not their first. As rare as it is, it's not the first time they've lost a comrade.
I understand that. But if they were as closely knit as Colton wants us to believe, I am not seeing it in their actions.
Then they're tools, then. But they're still people. They may act as obedient servants that can be cast away, but they're still people. Like you, a living being.
I think that if more of my brethren had been given the programming that I was, things would have been completely different. Are you telling me that any one of these individuals on this ship could decide tomorrow not to be a Frost Reaver anymore and be granted the permission to just leave their ranks?
Mission? No. You don't hear about any revolt or anyone rescinding their vow to the Frost Reavers. It just doesn't happen, Bishop. At least, not that I'm aware of.
You had to go through great measures to gain what freedom you had. I don't think anyone on this ship would be allowed to leave if they actually had their option to.
You have to take it, Bishop. I had to take it. If they wanted to leave, they would just leave and deal with the consequences as I have.
Being chased down is not an option. If you are to make the decision to leave, that is it. You leave. You should not have to look over your shoulder.
They've agreed to give themselves to the pact of the Frostweaver. And that was their choice. There is no going back.
You chose to go back.
Yes, well, look where I'm at now, Bishop.
Because you were never free. You were never given the opportunity. You left, they didn't like it, and they hunted you.
I broke my pact.
We'll leave it at that then.
A tool. Fine. And a tool I am, I suppose, Bishop.
I do not say these things to hurt your feelings. I am only stating the obvious.
Hey, Dad.
I was once a tool.
What are you doing,
A
Dad?
tool for destruction.
No nipples on the stream.
Fine.
My God.
All right, got a 13-year-old behind me. I don't want us getting cut off of Twitch because he's trying to say hi. I love being home.
Ignore your son.
Don't say up to them.
That means
Bishop.
stay up very late.
I had to take my choice to leave. And I had to deal with the consequences of being chased down. But I lost. I'm back. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Moslin, Gwynton, and even Justinian will live. And we may even find a cure for what has been ailing all of the Isles. No one will have to suffer as you did, or as your family did. Is it not worth it, Bishop?
I would never go back to the servitude if I was in your position.
Then we'd be dead.
You keep saying that, and I keep telling you, trust in those you have put yourself with. If I could change, there's no reason why you can't change. As your family keeps putting it, I am nothing more than a useless piece of metal. But you have seen what I can do.
It's not about what you can do, Bishop. It's that you're free. You're free to make a choice. You have feelings.
So
you
are you. You are more alive than I am. That is the point you keep missing.
Why can't you just let me sacrifice myself for them?
You
Why can't
have
it
known
just
me-
be the right decision, Bishop?
You have known me for a while now.
Yes, and you're a stubborn old
That
whatever you
may
are.
be. That also makes me more wise than you.
Or more stubborn.
I spent more than 100 years isolated, buried. That gives someone a lot of time to think. Trust in what I'm telling you. And I'll walk off and look over the edge.
Okay. Justinian, what are you doing as you wake up?
I am going to go and knock on Quentin and Bishop's door.
Okay, Quentin, you hear a knock.
Do I though? Shouldn't I like roll for it and get a
No.
1?
Passive perception, man. Passive perception.
It only works if I don't need it to. Okay, I'll get up and walk up the door and ask who it is.
It's Justinian.
Hey, Justinian, how are you feeling today?
About the same as yesterday.
Not dead. That's perfect.
Yep. And oddly a little bit more powerful than I felt 2 days ago, so it's a good time to be alive.
It's always better when you're feeling that way. What can I help you with?
So I spoke to Ferrandis last night in a vision, and he can't help point me towards the blade piece that's in the desert. But he did say that it won't just be buried in the ground. It'll be protected in a dark place.
Well, I would assume Tanis would be a dark place. However, if it's going to be protected, that means a fight. And I wouldn't recommend picking a fight right now at how everyone's feeling.
Did you say Tanis?
That's the name of it, right? Tanis.
Tanis Semprum. Yep.
Yeah, I never see the second name on things.
Tanis is the place. DM. Tanis is the place that Drisk and Iona were talking about that I like eavesdropped on them, correct? They were talking about.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So there's a dark artifact in Tanis that that Drisk and another member of the Academy were talking about. I don't know if that's part of the sword or not, but seeing as how Iona had just looked at the hilt and did not connect those two, I'm imagining that there's some different artifact there in Tanis that the Academy is interested in.
Well, it is possible that it is the sword piece, and from all the stories I've ever heard, no one comes back alive from Tanis. So it's possible that the Academy doesn't have any record of exactly what it is because everyone died.
Okay. I wanted to let you know because there's some sort of connection between that and Dusk Khaldun and some sort of ancient army. Yeah. So if we're going to Tanis for the Cinder Bloom, we may want to take some Frost Reavers with us.
Well, we don't have to go exactly to Tanis. It's just an approximate location to find the Cinder Bloom based on what I found about it.
Okay.
I mean, if we end up in Tanis Cimbrium to find the Cinder Bloom, that's a different story because it is supposed to be really hard to find. Now, the problem is you want to sneak in a guy who has horns, a giant robot guy, a blue man into a forbidden city with extra elves on top of the elf we have, where the only person who won't look out of place is me. I don't even know if I can get all of us in there safely.
I just make myself look like Gwenton real quick with disguise self, and I'll be like, there.
You cannot go that tiny.
I can't?
Disguise self is a foot in difference from where you're at, isn't it?
I thought dwarves were still the same size creature.
No, they're small.
Okay. So I'll make myself look like a really tall dwarf.
Yeah.
You could have looked like.
You can look like him, but yeah, you're taller than him by a little bit. It's fine.
Right. Yep. And I'll be like, there, now there's two of us.
Maybe in like 50 years, I can be that tall.
Dwarves are medium.
But if we're going around that region, we should definitely be careful then.
Oh, I would highly suggest erring on side of caution in there, because if we get found in there, we're banished from Governor's Den.
And that's your hometown?
Yes.
Well,
Now we really like
definitely
not to be banished.
Yeah, definitely make sure that you don't get caught in there then.
So they are considered medium, but only 4 to 5 foot tall.
Okay, so I'd be like, I'm 5'9", so I would be like 4'9" then.
Yeah, but actually, I think
That's fine.
for some reason I always thought you were taller than that.
Nope, I'm just normal sized human.
Okay, so you're an inch
Antlers.
taller than me.
Yeah.
The antlers make me look taller than I am.
Yeah, that's probably what it's from.
All right, well, I'm sorry for disturbing you. I
Oh, you're fine.
I don't know who else to talk to about having a deity. Like,
It's a weird thing when that suddenly happens, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've been there
absolutely.
before.
Well, I'm gonna go off and get some breakfast.
Yeah, I'll join you. I'll walk up with him to the deck.
Okay. Marslin, what are you doing?
Would I have had time to finish reading the book?
No, it's
If
a
you
big
didn't
book.
sleep.
Yeah, if you didn't sleep, you
Oh,
could have
fast
finished
reader.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna take the book back up. I'm gonna find a spot top side, assuming it's not stormy, to continue reading in the morning glow.
Okay. It's getting a little cloudy, a little windy, but it's not raining.
Okay. I'm not searching for him, but if I happen to see Colton, I'm going to talk to him.
He's around. So while you're sitting there, he comes out of his chambers. He's just walking about the deck.
Colton, I would like to talk to you about this book.
Yes? What would you like to know?
This is a fascinating place. Have you been there? Why do you have this book in your collection?
Many times. Oz spent a good portion of his early years there.
He has? This is something that he has failed to mention to me.
Odd. It seems like he's keeping secrets.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is this a place that one would want to keep secrets about?
I wouldn't think so. It's known to some of us. It's challenging to get to, but possible.
Can this ship get there?
Absolutely. That's how we got there.
Oh, why would I even doubt it? Such a fascinating ship this is.
It is.
Did you do trade there yourself?
I did.
May I ask what you delved in?
Various items from here to there. They need food and supplies just as well as we do. It's a good place for people from all over to get unique foods and things.
Fascinating. I imagine you can find some delicacies there. Do you do recruiting, or do you have any branches of your frost weavers there?
I wouldn't say we've delved there for that part of my life.
What does one get there exactly?
Only by Spelljammer.
Am I familiar with that?
Yeah, you're on one.
Oh, the ship is called the Spelljammer.
Yeah.
I missed that. Cool.
Yeah, the type of ship is called a Spelljammer. The name of the ship is the Rhyme Warden.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I imagine it is quite advanced magic to be able to compel a ship like this to be able to travel to a place like Brawl?
Quite, and it's a strain on the pilot as well. My pilot will need a rest. One who pilots must attune themselves to the ship and basically direct it with their mind. Traveling great distances like to Brawl requires at least a day of rest afterwards. My pilot himself is getting quite tired from these trips.
I didn't know that took such a toll on the body. Commanding one of these vessels. And how long is a round trip journey to a place like Brawl?
Oh, it's much different than the travel we do here. There's parts of the ship we don't initialize, so to speak. For local travel, it's dangerous for ourselves and for our riders.
Fascinating. Well, I think I've had my fill of this book. If you have any others, I would gladly take them for the next day of travel.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll hand the book back.
He leaves. Anything else while you travel? Okay. A bit later.
Else have anything they want to do? Oh, today?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Does anybody else have anything that they want to do particularly today?
Soaking in hot springs?
Quentin, if I could arrange it, I'd like to get a sparring session with a member of the ship just to see what their training's like. Would you be okay with making sure that if they knock me unconscious, I spring back up to life?
Well, hopefully, if you're just sparring with somebody, they won't take it that far.
Right. I'm hoping. I'm just
try to help with that.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go find Colton.
I'll go for the big boss right there, man.
No.
Okay. You find him. Yes, can I help you?
So I am asking this in all respect and in all seriousness. I was wondering, because I am so curious about the training to become a member of your crew, would it be possible for me to spar a member of your crew today? Not to the death, nothing like that, just a simple yield.
Only going a half measure, it seems. But yes.
Well, you're already down one crew member. I don't want to make it two.
Such confidence. Just looking over some stuff. Okay. All right. Yes, let me go get one of my frost reavers. And he disappears for a while. The rest of you are all up on deck, right?
Yep. Wherever Justinian is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A few moments later, Colton comes up with Yggdrasil. I believe this will be a good experience.
That is this is player talking. That's Oz's brother.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Da-da. All right. Go ahead and hold on. Go ahead and roll for initiative on it as you set down and prepare to attack.
Yes, the same as all my initiative rolls. Oh,
Oh boy. Okay. Goes first. 1 second. All right. So 1 second. Okay. And okay. You see Yggdrasil and just lets out a rage, and he's got his halberd, just kind of dressed like Oz would be, just not a whole lot of covering.
right.
You see his eyes kind of burst with fire for a moment, and he's going to go in for an attack.
Alrighty.
All right. First attack. Misses. Second attack. That will hit. Third attack. Misses. So you take 11 points of slashing damage. And one more second. Okay. And then as he slashes into you, you dodge out of the way. He comes back around, connecting with you. And he goes for a third one, thrusting inward. You move to the side, and he looks right at you and leans forward, and he goes and like just belches flame into your face. You take an additional 3 points of fire damage as you smell chili.
All right.
All right. Yep.
I would like him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Or hellish rebuke.
Okay. Uh, 17.
All right. So he will only take half damage from that then.
Okay.
So he'll take 4.
Okay. All right. It's your turn.
All right. D100 to be able to cast Hex.
Okay.
$73.
You're good.
All right. And I will choose dexterity saving throws to be what he is got disadvantage on.
Okay.
And I will take 2 swings with my magical short sword.
Okay.
First swing is a 15.
That does not hit.
All right. Second swing will be a 24.
That does hit.
So he will take 11 slashing damage. And two necrotic.
All
and
right.
that is the end of my turn.
So you were slashing at him, so you slash at him. You hit him, but he seems to shrug off the blow and continues inward at you.
Really? Even though it's a magic blade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So he is going to attack. That's a natural 1, so get the deck out for the first attack.
I don't think there is anybody for the deck.
Is Bishop not here?
Oh yeah, he stepped away.
Oh. He hits with the second one. And roll. Oops. Oh. 17 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty.
And
Bishop's back.
Bishop, we had a natural 1.
Good. All enemies that attack you before your next turn add 1d6 to their attack roll.
Okay. All right, you are up.
I'm going to have him make another dexterity saving throw for another hellish rebuke.
Okay. 13.
All right, this time he will take full damage, which is 10.
Okay.
All right.
What are the rest of you doing while you're watching this go on? Oz, this looks very familiar.
I'm just gonna smirk.
Okay.
I'm keeping my eye on Colton.
Colton's
Yeah.
just got a smile on his face.
Of course he does.
All right, so just 2 swings with my short swords. All I'm going to do for my turn.
Okay.
Nat 20.
There it is.
Maximum damage.
Oh, maximum damage. Okay. So that's 2d6 plus 6. So that's 18 on the slashing, and then 6 on the necrotic.
Okay.
And then my second attack with my short sword. That is a 14, so I know that does not hit. Oh, I get a plus 6 though, right?
Yep.
Because of his nat 1.
I thought it was plus
was
6
it-
damage. A d6 damage.
No, it's 1d6 to the attack roll.
Okay.
So roll
All right,
up
so
a
I get to add
1d6.
Yep. So 14, come on, 6. 16.
That does hit.
Awesome. So that'll be 10 slashing damage. And five necrotic.
Okay. As you hit him. Okay. You see like the rage swirl around him. Is that? And you see the fire that was in his eyes fades away as his halberd just gets encrusted with ice. All right. Is that it?
Yep, that was my turn. Yep.
All right. First attack. That hits. Second attack.
All right.
I think that hits too. That does. Third attack. Misses.
Okay.
All right. So for the first attack, take 10 points of slashing damage and
Okay.
three points of cold damage.
All right.
The second damage is 14 points of slashing
Oh, buddy, he might be putting me away with this one.
and 4 points of ice damage.
No, not quite yet.
And then offhand attack, taking the butt of the halberd.
Hold on.
Yep.
Dexterity saving throw for Hellish Rebuke.
Ah, okay. A 20, dirty 20.
That was with disadvantage.
Oh, nope. With disadvantage, it was an 18.
Okay, so he takes half damage.
Okay.
So 13. So whatever half damage is, I don't know if you round up or round down. So
Round up for damage.
okay, so he'll take 7.
Okay.
All right.
So he's gonna do his halberd attack thing, whatever that is that Oz does,
Okay.
and he misses.
Oz just breaks necklaces that can save people's lives with his halberd.
Okay, your turn.
Alrighty.
By the way, I do have a healing
Ouch.
spell prep for a case either of them go down and stay down. I'll heal them.
Okay.
So the 12 misses.
Yep.
The 24, I imagine, hits.
Yep.
So that is 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And oops, that was the wrong dice roll. My bad.
No problem.
Ignore that one. Hex. There we go. And 3 necrotic.
All right. As Justinian slashes away, Yggdrasil just looks at you with a smirk on his face and just and comes down. First attack. That will hit. Second attack. Natural 1.
Woohoo!
Third attack. Misses. First attack, you take 15 points plus 15 points of slashing and 2 points of cold damage.
I will be going down, but I would like that last dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. Be 16.
All right, so he'll take half as I go down. So that is 11, so 6. He takes 6 fire damage as I just drop to the ground.
We haven't been doing the speaking stuff because I think Hellish Rebuke is verbal.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right.
That's
Don't
fine.
worry, I did it for my healing spell and I got 89.
I saw that.
Either way, I'm down. Like,
So
I'm out.
So you see Yggdrasil kind of slash forward, and then he takes the butt of the halberd and just cracks you across the face, and you all see Justinian just kind of spin around and fall to the ground, and Yggdrasil stands over you and points the halberd down. Yield.
I think he yielded. He's unconscious at the moment. And after I say that, I'll cast Healing Word, so you heal for, was it 9? Yeah, 9.
All right. Fine. As I pop up, I'm like, and I'll just reach out my hand after I stand up to Grizz.
He'll shake your hand. It seems you still have a lot to learn.
I grow a little stronger every day.
Embrace your rage.
As the ice fades from his halberd.
Oz, I think I did pretty good, seeing as how you guys have been training since you were like, kids.
You almost died, and you lost.
And Oz, you look over at Grizz, and he's just got a smirk on his face. He's got like just a couple cuts.
How the heck did he take so little of all that damage I dealt out?
He's raging.
Yeah, he's raging.
Oh, so he's a totem bear barbarian then.
Anytime anyone's raging, they take half damage from piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
But not for magical, right?
No, that's not a condition. That's a monster condition. That's not a player condition.
Okay. So the only time he was taking full damage from me was the necrotic and the fire. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
This were a real battle, you'd be dead. Are you okay?
Oh, that was exhilarating.
You can barely walk.
Right?
I don't find a sense of exhilaration in such a thing. As someone who's been downed numerous times, by the way.
What was the point of this show of force?
I have to ask the same question.
This wasn't a show of force. I was interested in how strong a Frost Reaver was, and I mean, I went up against arguably the second strongest man on this ship, and I feel pretty good about
myself.
myself.
By definition, a show of force.
Moslin, it's very common for soldiers to battle amongst themselves in such a manner. Usually, it doesn't involve death.
Usually.
Yes, I can. This is similar to what we used to do as children when we would cast spells at each other that we were learning in jest, but that was educational. I suppose I can see the educational value in this.
Not much education, just seeing who's king of the pact.
I now have a real admiration for how strong you are, Oz.
Colton walks up.
Oz has yet to meet his full potential.
Is his full potential an owlbear? Because he's been that before.
I've been many things, Gwynton. An owlbear is one of them.
A coward is another.
Depends how you determine if it's a coward or not by deciding to take his fate in his own hands. Some would call it more brave to take his fate in his own hands while he's being hunted.
And some wouldn't.
Exactly. Depends which side of the coin you're on. And also if it's a gold, silver, or bronze. Or electron coin.
We do not speak.
I think that's what it's called, right?
We do not speak about Electrum.
He just
What have
summoned
you
it.
done?
He summoned it.
Oh, no.
It's canon. It has to exist now.
No.
But I see you got your fill and everything.
Oh yeah, this was fantastic. Like, I mean, I literally went up against the second best guy on the ship, and he didn't just immediately knock me on my ass.
It took
didn't
about 20
win,
seconds.
24.
About 20 seconds.
Yeah, that is pretty immediate. It wasn't very long.
Yeah, I know it lasted 4 rounds because I casted 4 spells that required spell slots.
Crossweavers and Colton are still around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm glad your curiosity was sated. Maybe now you'll believe me.
My curiosity was just how well trained you guys were. You really hadn't said anything about the training other than how long and arduous it was. If training like that for years can take this sword and put just scratches on you, that's amazing.
It's
Gosh,
just
you're so talented.
a small dose of the training. Must we continue on with this?
I'm done. I can go eat a meal and take a nap.
You look like you could use a nap.
Did you preemptively put that on day 10?
You're on day 10. You woke up this morning. That was day 10.
I thought it was day 8.
I thought we started today, day 8.
No.
I thought legitimately I thought we were on day 8 at the start of the session.
We
what I'm
were
saying,
on
yeah.
day 8 at the start of the session.
And we've only slept once.
Have we?
Yeah, it's on day 10. Because your day was almost done before the sparring thing.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just trying to make sure we're not cheating. But no, it's just time to get some more rest, and we'll imagine we'll be at Governor's Den tomorrow.
I'm going to my quarters.
Good night, everybody.
Oz is cranky now.
I heard that.
I'll head back to my quarters too. With Bishop. Or is he going to stay up and just watch people in his sleep mode?
I'm going down.
I'll go down as well.
I am
Okay.
also going to bed.
All right. You all enjoy a peaceful slumber.
Except for Justinian, who's having trouble sleeping on the right side where pain doesn't ensue.
Right side, left side, back side.
You. 1 second. What am I looking for here? You all wake up to the shuddering of the ship itself. It's shaking back and forth. You can just feel the entire ship just starting to vibrate. You can hear the wind whipping outside.
I'll head above deck.
And Oz thought the ship would make it all the way to Tanis. We're not going to make it to Governor's Den.
Okay, Oz is going up. What's the rest of you doing?
Well, he's probably going up 4 hours before any of us are awake. Well,
no,
besides Bishop.
you're awoken by this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll head up to then.
Yep.
Okay.
My room have a window.
So you can
I never thought about it, but I'll say yeah. Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
I'm peering out the window.
So it's severely raining. You see lightning in the distance, dark clouds. You can feel your balance off, like the ship itself is like turned to the side.
Is it difficult to train to walk on the ship right now?
No. You all emerge. You see Colton out there, and he's drenched, and his hair is wet and draping around his shoulder. He's shouting orders to the Frost Reavers. You hear the pilot, "I can't hold it, sir. We're heading down." You hear another, and the ship begins to careen to the side as it turns to the side, and then it starts to dive downward toward the ocean. You can feel the rush of the wind as you're seeing the ocean come up upon you. Colton reaches over and grabs the side rail and closes his eyes. I need all of you that are on deck to make a dexterity saving throw. Justinian's a 3, Marsland's an 11. Holy!
5. Remember, even off the deck, I'll be okay. They might be able to swoop down and get me.
All right, just waiting on Oz.
Yep.
This has been a horrible night of rolls.
Right.
Okay. You all start tumbling over the side of the ship. You weren't able to grasp a hold of anything. Bishop, you just kind of as you boom, and you're heading down. Quentin, you're falling slower. You're just like, woo.
We're falling off of the
Slowly back.
off of the ship.
Yeah,
Off
I'm
the
picturing a
ship.
bunch of like Wilhelm screams as people are falling off.
Yeah, you're falling off of the ship.
Cool.
The ship comes down. Let's see here.
Question: is the ship going down faster than I'm falling?
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna use my reaction to go to use slow fall.
Okay. Yep. So
How far up are we?
So all of you, except for Gwenton and Bishop, take 18 points of bludgeoning damage. As you fall...
Wait. Before I hit the ground, I'm... How far am I from people?
You were in your room. You never left.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
fall off.
I was... Everything happened very quickly. I was coming up on top of...
Yeah, he was up on the deck, so he
I thought you said he was looking out the window.
he looked out the window and then he went upstairs, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
I would say you all are probably 20 feet from each other as you're just tumbling away
In the
Okay.
air or in the water?
in the air. Like you just, like everybody just kind of scattered
okay.
everywhere. Yeah,
Are we over water or over ground?
you're over water.
Okay.
I don't have water walk this time.
Don't cast it now, we're falling.
I am going to cast Thunderstep and reappear 5 feet over the water and then just plop down and stand on top of the water.
Okay. You just see Marsland just shoot down toward the water with a
Terminal
sploop.
velocity.
So everybody else takes that 18 points of bludgeoning damage except for Marsland, Gwenton, and Bishop. And Gwenton and Bishop, you're just slowly falling down. Just like you just see yourselves drifting, almost like shrugging at each other as you're falling.
Time is slow up here.
You see the ship coming down right before it connects with the water. You just see it's almost like a cushion of air came between it. It's like, boom, and with that, waves just shove you all away, almost like a thunderstep. And the ship kind of careens up to the side and then splashes down, sending more waves out, pushing you all away. And the ship just kind of settles there in the water for a moment. The rain's pouring down. The waves are tossing you about. Everyone give me except for Gwenton and Bishop, because you're still... so Oz,
But does that mean
Marsland...
we didn't get blown away from the ship then? Since we haven't hit the water yet?
No, you haven't hit the water yet. So you're just still...
Can I like start like trying to swim in midair towards the boat?
It wouldn't do you any good. But you can try.
Fan of this.
So the three of you, I need Constitution saving throws.
Are you kidding me?
That was a +6 modifier.
That's an
on that, too.
18 for me.
Nice.
5.
One of us is rolling well.
Okay, so Oz and Marsland, you're starting to drown. You're starting to go under as Bishop and Gwenton.
I have water walking.
Oh yeah, you have the ring. So you don't need that. It's just kind of hitting. It's still hitting you around, but it just kind of knocks you over and you fall on the ground. And Gwenton and Bishop finally connect with the water and get into the water. The Frost Reavers are scrambling around. They're throwing out ropes to all of you. We'll start with Bishop. What are you doing? Are you grabbing a rope or are you staying in the water?
Grabbing a rope.
Okay, you grab a rope. Gwenton?
Trying to get a rope.
Okay. Marsland?
I am going to try and reach down to anybody that's near me that is drowning, and give them a hand to try and pull them towards the rope.
Okay. Say you walk over to who is drowning? Oz? No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check. Let's see how you do.
12.
Hey, way to
Fair
go.
enough.
That's not bad for a wizard.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Fair
No.
enough. You grab a hold of Oz as he's going underwater a bit, and you kind of pull him up as best you can. Justinian, what are you doing?
I'm just dog paddling over to that rope.
Okay, so you grab a hold of the rope. Marsland, you eventually grab it and get it in Oz's hands. You all start climbing up the side and kind of throw yourself onto the deck of the ship as it floats in water. Wind's whipping there. It's whipping Colton's hair into his face, and it's soaked. And well, it seems you all survived. Looks like we'll be going the old-fashioned way to the rest of Governor's Den.
Any oars to help row, or is there some magically propelled still?
I mean, there's still a propulsion system. You can see, like the pilot of the ship. He's kind of supporting himself. He's got a piece of wood like stuck into his side. He's bleeding from that. You can see his eyes are.
And heal him.
Okay. Are you taking the piece out?
I'll take the piece out.
Okay. So you walk up and rip the piece out, and like blood just spurts out, and you can see a little bit of the intestines there.
I do not heal him.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Wow. You hurt him.
Oh, you started coughing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. So Gwenton reaches up to heal, and he just starts coughing like into the wound.
That seems counterintuitive, Quentin, and I'll grab my healing kit and start trying to bandage him up.
Okay, roll up do a medicine check.
Okay.
Fucking 1 on a 100.
That's amazing. A 2.
That was in that one. That's my second that one today.
Wow.
As I
my
see,
God. These dice tonight.
as I
are
see
something.
this,
Yeah.
I walk up and I place my hand on him and heal him for.
I'm starting to panic here.
Hold on.
Oz is there, like trying to push his intestines back into his body. He's like, no, no, no. And Gwen's still coughing onto the wound.
Does the wizard need to learn how to heal here?
Congratulations, Captain. You now have sepsis.
8 points.
Okay, you see the wound. Oz, as you got like your hands on it, kind of trying to push it back in there. You see the wounds
Hey, in there.
begin to mend together. And he just looks up with you, his eyes sunken in. Thank you.
Thank him. Not me. I probably didn't help matters. Quentin, are you all right?
I think I'll be okay. Apparently, water got in my lungs even though I didn't drown.
Oof. Well. Right, does anybody else hurt?
I'm
I
still
would-
hurting from what your brother did to me earlier.
Well, that was of your own doing. But you're alive, and that's good.
Probably not wise to pull foreign objects out of people's bodies without knowing what you are doing.
The intention was to start sealing the wound.
We see where that got you.
Yes. Yes, I did. That was a horrifying sight. Well,
Oh,
can you still steer, Captain?
yes, I think I'll make it to the den, and then I'll need to get some help.
I agree. I'll put away my my middle medicine kit or healer's kit. Gonna pretend like that didn't happen.
When you're impaled like this, it's not like 8 hours of sleep will make it all better.
Can I use Can I use channel divinity preserve life to give him as much of that 35 hit points as I can?
Yeah. I don't think that requires speaking, so.
It doesn't. No. The one thing I can do. So yeah, it'll be like up to 35 or up to half of his hit points or whatever.
Okay.
Max is.
Colton steps up there and sets a hand on his shoulder. Channel your rage. Let it heal you. Let it feed your strength. And you just see him. And the ship just propels forward. It almost kind of knocks you off your feet as it fires off through the water. As you continue to head, no longer in the air, but across the seas, while the storm batters the ship. A situation you've been in many times before. That's where we're going to end tonight.
And you wanted just to fly this to Tannis, Oz.
There's still time.
For a sea creature to attack us.
Who wants to see a Kraken next episode?
It's almost like the gods are against us, Quentin.
My god isn't against me. His god isn't against him. Unless I'm playing at Justinia.
Well, maybe your gods should start producing plants out of your arse, and then we'd be fine and we'd be all cured.
Actually, my god did produce a plant out of my bed.
Yeah, this is true.
It just wasn't a cinder bloom, goddamn.
Right, just wasn't a cinder bloom.
Well,
Like,
clearly, they did not have permission to go to Tanis Septrum. Did they, Quentin?
All right. Oh, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Thanks Thunderlung for the follow. Appreciate you coming in. I saw there was some conversation earlier. So hope to see you again back in the dungeon next Monday, where we might be a little late as we explore Third Eye with me and Bishop and Half-Ass Beer Review. So might have a little special intro next week. Thanks Fanboy Tone for gifting that sub to Banter and Babble. And Banter Babble, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Speaking of them, you want to check them out every week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just fun. You might get a cream pie watching that show. An oatmeal cream pie beer, that's what it is, you dirty minds.
Oh my goodness, you dirty son of a...
You dirty boy. I was talking about the beer. What were you talking about? Yeah.
I have read it. I know what that is now.
Yeah, it's a beer I found for them, whether they admit it or not. I found it on a work trip, actually. It's really good. The only one that holds up close to it, and I would say even surpasses it, is the one from the Hog, something Hog. And it's an Ohio beer as well, and it's their oatmeal cream pie is amazing. Whole Hog, there it is. Thank you. Whole Hogs is great, and in fact, most of their beers are pretty decent. Yeah, it is better, but it's not as available. It's hard to find for some reason. Jeff, you probably have it more available because I think it's Eastern Ohio, so you may have it more out your way.
I'm not Eastern Ohio.
Well, you're not. Yeah, but you're in Limelight. I thought you were east.
No,
you're north.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I try to travel up north, I forget that we're at the ass end of Ohio.
Yeah, we are. I go through there often, so sometime when I'm like coming back from Michigan, we'll have to stop and get a bite to eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you're like just a few minutes north of the little coccyx of Ohio. That means tailbone.
Yeah, my daughter, my oldest, went to college in Ada.
Sorry, my condolences.
Right. It's just windmills and like 14 houses, and then there's a university there.
Yep.
Have you ever eat at Coopy's though?
I have.
Good burgers. Creepy place.
Yeah.
Like it's a bunch of like naked baby dolls. It's messed up, but the food is really good.
Right.
I saw
that made it to Governor's Den.
You're so close. But yeah, check out B&B, of course, check out Half-Ass Beer Review, and then we'll be with you before Banter and Babble with the official unofficial pre-show show. And this week, I don't know what we're playing. So don't forget to check out, I know you watch the show, don't forget to check out our shorts, our bonus actions on YouTube. There is some fun there. So we should have some good stuff for you next week. And then, as always, go ahead and start preparing for Midland Mall Comic-Con. Banter and Babble will be there. Half-Ass Beer Review will be there. We'll be there running tables. You get to play D&D with us. Doesn't matter if you've ever played. You can come out to Midland, Michigan in March, fight the snow and the cold, and come out and just have a good time. It's fun. Jeff can tell you, it's fun, isn't it? We
yeah, absolutely
have a great time. This year is Ghostbusters theme. Last year was Jurassic Park. So
This year I won't get to see anything, so that I've got that to look forward to.
we're gonna try. We haven't come up with a schedule yet, but we will eventually. This is our 3rd year, and we will eventually get a schedule that works. So that allows us to go to the bathroom. So the bathroom's closer this year from where we are because it will be closer to the food court, so we can like
Right.
whoop. So Midland Mall, come see us all. There'll be at least. Oh, who'd we lose? We lost somebody's camera.
Get back?
Yeah, you
I
messed up all the
have that
cameras,
for
though. Whatever. We're done. We're gonna get you out of here. I'll take you over into one of the other D&D streams that's going on. But as always, until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, everybody.
The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, y'all I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. B to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself. Thinking of all the ways I can top myself. On God, I can move like a devil. I hope you and your squad are ready for the last level that ends here. The end is a